Hi guys, in this video, I'm gonna talk about 4 tips on how to use Google Trends to help you find topics for your blog. Let's get into it. Hi guys, if you are new to this channel, welcome. Welcome to Blog Income Builders. In this channel, we talk about how to get traffic for your website, how to optimize that traffic inside your website or blog, and how to build up your income of your blog. All right, let's get into this week's video. So first of all, Google Trends is a very powerful tool, right? So you can actually use this to gauge if your next topic or your subtopic has enough traffic for you to write about, right? Because the most important thing is if you write about something that no one is looking for, then no one will come, right? So before you even start writing, you need to understand that there will be traffic, for that particular topic. So this video will talk about 4 tips about that. Okay, so let's start. So let's just say, I'm writing about cars, right? So let's just say Honda Civic. So the first tip is when you're trying to gauge traffic, sometimes it's useful to know, a particular topic is very popular or not, right? So let's say Honda Civic is a very popular topic, right? So for example, you want to write about, Honda or maybe a Toyota Highlander, right? So you want to put in Toyota Highlander here, just to see what is the comparison. So you'll see here that, definitely, it's about, a third of that, right? And then the first tip is you want to make sure that you're comparing similar things. Search term, if you're using search term to gauge your traffic, your initial traffic, you want to use the search term here also. But if you want to use a different one, let's say you want to say compact topic, right? For example. So you want to make sure that you're also using a topic so that you're doing a comparison apples to apples, right? So that's the first tip. You make sure you do that. So let's say, for example, if I use basil, it's a herb, right? So, and then let's say tomato, it's a fruit, for example, right? Something like that. So which leads us to the second tip, right? So let's say, for example, this one might not be too accurate. So if you use search, it might be better. But let's say, you're cooking, so you want to try to find out, basil and tomato. So that's good. But the second tip tells you that, if you, let's say, want to do the plant itself, you're talking about the plant itself, you want to add the modifier plant in it. So the comparison is more accurate, right? This way. So you will see that, the tomato one is one that has a lot of traffic this past year, right? So if I do 5 years, then you will see that tomato is more popular than your basil, right? And then you can add more plants here, that you want to try to write about. So that's how you gauge using modifiers. So that's the second tip. So this leads us to the third tip, right? So you see that there are going up, going down, going up. Of course, there are seasons, right, for plants, right? So basil and tomato is actually very popular in the summers, and it goes a little slow, in the winters, right? Of course, this is mostly North America or United States. But you can use this season within Google Trends, to write about something that is completely opposite of let's say you already have an existing, let's say you have a cycling or an outdoor, right? Outdoor website, right, about cycling, right? So you can see that during the winter it slows down a little bit, right? So you want to try to find out, okay, maybe there's a topic that an outdoor website, there's a topic that you can write so that during the winters, the traffic will go up as well. So it kind of stagnates out throughout the year. So let's say, for example, we use skiing, right? Of course, we know skiing in North America is kind of popular in the winter. So you can see here that as the cycling one goes down in the winter, the skiing goes up, in the winter, right? And then when summers comes around, of course, cycling goes up and skiing goes down. So you can use this to determine, what topics. If your main topic, let's say, is seasonal like this, you can kind of find other topics that have an opposite kind of season for you, so that the entire year you can kind of like level out, the traffic and make sure that you're making continuous income, right, by doing this. All right. So that's the third tip. Let's go to the fourth one. So the fourth tip is actually using existing kind of like topics that you already know has traffic. Let's say, for example, you have cycling, right? As your website is about cycling, so you kind of know the traffic, of certain keywords or certain subtopics or main topics within cycling, right? And you want to create another, another section in your website, or even just create a completely new website. Let's say, for example, pets, right? Let's say you want to do pets, and you're trying to think, okay, maybe I want to start with dogs in your pet website, and then you want to look at the breeds. Let's say for example, Doberman, right, is the breed. So you can see here, you can compare here that, okay, so Doberman is actually around a half of cycling, right? Now, how about, let's say, for example, Boston Terrier, right? All right, so it's pretty close to, slightly lower, but you can see here that you can kind of cross different topics, right? And use this to kind of gauge, okay, this might be good. And then if you use it this way, so you will know that, whatever you try to go in as a subtopic has kind of like, enough volume so that when you write something, it's not going into waste, right? So that's the fourth tip of Google Trends. So after you understand what subtopics you want to do, definitely go to Google and use Google's auto suggest feature and find out what topics you can write about in your topic. So let me just do a quick one. So let's say, for example, cycling. You can definitely type cycling, cycling shoes, right? And then do an autocomplete. So I have a full video about how to use Google autocomplete. I'll put that in the description below. So if you like this video, please give this a thumbs up, or comment below on what other strategies you have. And if you want to see more videos from our channel, definitely, click the subscribe button, or, click the notification bell so that you'll be notified once I upload another video. All right. Thanks. Have a good day. Bye now.